toward unity and nation building, Christian leaders from across northern Nigeria gathered in Abuja for the inauguration and investiture of the Northern Christian Religious Leaders Assembly. Themed "The Role of Christian Leaders in Nation Building", the event attracted top political and religious figures, including a presidential delegation representing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Secretary to the Federal Government of the Federation, George Akume, applauded the initiative. He called the assembly timely and relevant, emphasizing the church's historical role in advancing education, healthcare, and social values. He urged Christian leaders to continue speaking truth to power and fostering national peace. Former Test Fund boss and security scholar Suleiman Bogoro addressed Nigeria's deep-rooted insecurity, describing it as both a real threat and a political tool. He commended the government's ongoing efforts, but stressed that many security challenges are sensitive and cannot be openly discussed. He called for strategic collaboration and vigilance for faith leaders. Archbishop John Praise Daniel, newly inaugurated chairman of the assembly, praised the current administration's inclusiveness, stating that under Tinubu, every region feels represented. He dismissed concerns over the Muslim ticket, citing significant development projects and fair appointments as evidence of balance. Speaking on 2027 political expectations, Archbishop Daniel encouraged Christians to focus on outcomes, not labels. He stressed the need to evaluate government impact on security, road and food security, urging leaders to prioritize the welfare of everyday Nigerians over religious rhetoric. Reverend Dr. Simon Dolly, Secretary General of the new Assembly and Can North Central, clarified that Northern Can is not part of the official Can structure but involved from grassroots necessity. He emphasized that the only indigenous leaders aid the group to ensure true representation and understanding of local issues, rejecting external interference. The assembly concluded with a strong message: enough of killings, enough of the divisions, enough of killing, enough of divisions. Christian leaders vowed to promote peace, unity, and coexistence with Muslim communities, with thousands of lives lost and churches destroyed. They called on the government to do more, while also pledging to be a force for healing and rebuilding.
Fellowship. We love this country, and we have to borrow from the example of Mr. President. He's a Muslim. He's at home with all of us, Christian, Muslims, traditionalists. Nigeria is a huge country on the move, and under his direction, we know that we are going to reach the promised land. I knew he inherited a very bad economy. We're out of it today. Our GDP is growing at 4.4%. It's a record, and what you have in our foreign reserve is also a record, from zero to $42 billion. What is people who are hanging around talking about coming to rescue Nigeria? Which Nigeria? If Peter Obi could not rescue Anambra, he's talking about rescue 36 states and Abuja. All these other people, I don't want to mention their names. They came, they saw, they didn't conquer, even in their states.
It was for the last election, and I know I spoke to him personally on it, and he said that was done because he wanted to win the election. And so whoever that was going to help him and give him an advantage of winning, he brought the person in as advised. As for 2027, I'm not the presidency, and I cannot say whether it's still going to be the same Muslim ticket. But beyond beyond that, even the connotation Muslim ticket, we have seen that the church, to a great extent, has enjoyed a lot of appointments, even with the Muslim ticket. We don't feel sidelined. We feel very part of the government, being very part. I mean, we've been made to become very, very aware and committed to what the payments are. So it's not about Muslim ticket. For instance, the road to this church that came in today was abandoned for almost 40 years of all various governments until this government came in. you know, and Wike had done these roads, and you drive into this place safe. And the whole environment has been rendered saved because of the infrastructure that has been put in place. And not just this in Area 1 here, Durimi, but almost all across the federal capital. We see roads being opened.
Under our Constitution and under United Nations instruments for platforms, to create platforms for interaction. I mentioned it, and that's a fact, that there is some challenge in respect of the leadership of CAN. But Northern Christians say, look, well, we will be. After all, the national president of CAN is supposed to be here, and he's represented. So that tells you that we know what we're doing. There are times when you find a virus coming into a system. Let me use another terminology. You mutate for survival. So that's what has happened. It's a mutation of a platform for the Christians in northern Nigeria to have to express themselves. We know we've come a long way. Incidentally, northern Christians have played their role from, like I said, 1966, and during the Civil War, after the Civil War, have played roles in our local governments, in our states, in our regions, nationally, and we believe that we are one of the segments of Nigeria that believe in the unity of this country. And that's why I said
the leadership of Yakubu Pam, they overstay. They voted them for second tenure 3 years, and were also voted for another 3 years. But when their tenure ended, they refused to leave office. We advised them to organize election and leave. They refused. Now they are more than 9 years. That is why we came, all the state chairmen and the zones. We now brought Reverend to take over from them, and we endorsed him. But still, many things are going wrong because we know the peculiar challenge we are facing in the north, especially the Christian faith. So, but when Ayab came in, he deviated from the main objective and purpose of CAN. It has turned to be something else, and I don't want to mention for some reasons. And even issues that doesn't concern